Hello students, I am Vijay Kumar Patel, PGT Chemistry, JNV Golaghat, Assam. Today we will discuss about conductivity and types of conductivities and also the effect of dilution on conductivities in details, and also we will try to solve some numericals. So students, let's start our discussion. So in our discussion, first we will talk about conductivity. Okay, so conductance. So there are some terms related to conductance. These terms are: number first, resistance. What is resistance? So resistance of a conductor, it is directly proportional to length of the conductor and inversely proportional to area of cross section. So resistance, which is denoted as R, capital R. So R is directly proportional to L by A. L is the length of conductor and A is the area of cross section. So if you remove that proportionality constant, we'll find the value R, it is equal to rho into L by A. R, it is the resistance, and rho, it is a constant which is known as resistivity. So R is equal to rho into L by A. The unit of resistance, it is ohm. Okay, you have studied in physics about the resistance and conductance and so many things. So here next term, this next term is resistivity. So what is resistivity? Generally resistivity, it is denoted as rho. This rho is equal to, now from above equation you can see rho is equal to R into A by L. So how can we define resistivity? Simple fact, resistivity, it is equal to the resistance if area of cross section is what? If area of cross section, this area of cross section, see, suppose this is a conductor. Okay, here you can see this is the length of this conductor, this is L, and this is the area of cross section. In this area of cross section, why I am saying this is inversely proportional to area of cross section? Because here, since in conductors the electrons are responsible to conduct electricity, so here per second how many electrons are ejecting. So if this area of cross section is small, then number of electrons it will be less. If the area of cross section it is like this, so more number of electrons will will pass from this area of cross section. So more the number of electrons, it means more is conductance, so less is resistance. So here that's why I told you. Now resistivity here, if the area of cross section A, it is equal to 1 centimeter square or meter square, and the length is equal to 1 centimeter. Okay, so in this condition the resistance is known as resistivity. So we can say resistivity, it is equal to the resistance when area of cross section is 1 and length is also unit. Okay students, now see, next is, after resistivity, the unit of resistivity, it is ohm centimeter. Okay, why I am saying ohm centimeter? Because simple fact is R means ohm, area of cross section it means centimeter square, divided by length is centimeter. So from centimeter 1 is cancelled, only the remaining thing is centimeter. So resistivity, it is equal to, its unit is ohm centimeter. Okay, next. So after this, next is conductance. Conductance, this is the reciprocal of resistance. More the resistance, less is conductance. Less the conductance, more is resistance. So these are inversely proportional. So that's why G, it is equal to 1 by R. And the unit of G, so since unit of R is ohm, so its unit is ohm inverse, or sometimes it is also written as Siemens, capital S. So this is Siemens. Now next term is conductivity. So what is conductivity? So from above equation you can see G, it is equal to 1 by R. So conductivity, it is denoted as kappa. As the inverse of resistance is conductance, like that inverse of resistivity, it is known as conductivity. So conductivity K, it is equal to 1 by rho. So here we will put the value of rho, that value is L by R A. From here you can see inverse of this rho, it is equal to L by R A. So conductivity, it is equal to L by R A. Now talk about units. So unit is ohm inverse centimeter inverse, because the conductivity is inverse of resistivity. So simple fact is just we will like this 1 by ohm centimeter, so it will be ohm inverse centimeter inverse. Okay, now next, so these are the terms of conductance and resistivity. Conductance, resistance, conductivity, resistivity, these are the things. Here these are the terms which are related to metals. But what happens if we use solution? Because in case of solution it is quite difficult to make the length of solution 1 centimeter and the area of cross section is also 1 centimeter square. This one is quite difficult. So how can we see, or first let's see the terms. These are conductance and resistance. How can we define in terms of solution? So in next, now we will see first effect of dilution on different conductivities. So students, the effect of dilution on different conductivities, here two types of conductivities we will discuss. First is conductivity and second is molar conductivity. First talk about conductivity. So in conductivity, what is conductivity? It's a conductance of the conductor which has length 1 centimeter and area of cross section 1 centimeter square. Okay, so here see, in case of solution it is quite difficult to make. Okay, so here what will we do? If we are taking in this beaker, suppose we are filling here water. So if the length of or the height of this water, this one is 1 centimeter, okay, and the area of cross section, this one is 1 centimeter square, then in this condition the solution, its volume will be 1 centimeter cube, or we can say 1 liter. So the conductance of this solution is known as conductivity, because what is conductivity? It's a conductance of a solution which has area of cross section 1 centimeter square and length is 1 centimeter. So here conductivity, it's a conductance of 1 liter solution. In simple words, what will we say here? In simple words, conductivity, this conductivity is a conductance of 1 liter solution. Okay, this is the conductance of 1 liter solution. So now see, what will be the effect of dilution on conductivities? Dilution means what? Dilution means now we are going to add water. Okay, dilution means not only water. In case of aqueous solution we will add water, but in case of other solvent if we are using, then dilution means addition of more amount of solvent. So what will be the effect if we add some more solvent into solution? So see, one thing which is very compulsory, the thing is conductivity. Conductivity, it's a conductance of 1 liter solution. So suppose in this box, its volume is 1 liter. So in this box here 10 ions are present. Okay, so see, if 10 ions are present, it means 10 ions will conduct electricity. So the amount of electricity which is carried by this solution will be equal to the number of ions. More the number of ions, more will be conductivity. So here conductivity, here in this conductivity you see the volume should be 1 liter, no matter how many number of ions are present. The thing which is compulsory, and that thing is only what? The thing which is compulsory is the volume, it should be 1 liter. So the conductivity of this solution is the conductance of this solution is conductivity. Here on dilution, what will be the effect? On dilution, see, now if we the volume of this box or this solution, it was 1 liter. So now I am going to increase the volume up to 2 liters. So here note this one, I have only increased the volume of solution. I am not increasing the number of particles in solution. So if I am not increasing the number of particles in solution, then see, in 1 liter 10 ions were present. Now in 2 liter 10 ions are present. So what is conductivity? Conductivity, it's a simple, the conductance of 1 liter solution. So as we increase the volume, the number of atoms or number of ions, these are decreasing per unit volume, because here see, now 5 ions are present in this, 5 are in this, so 5 ions per liter, this will be the concentration. So if 5 number of ions are decreasing per liter, here the number of ions, these are 10 ions per liter, here the number is 5 ions per liter, so definitely the conductivity will decrease. So what is the effect of dilution on different conductivities? So first talk about conductivity. So on conductivity, this conductivity decreases with increase in dilution. Okay, it means if we are going to add some more solvent, the conductivity will decrease. Now see, what is the effect on second type of conductivity, that is molar conductivity. What is molar conductivity? So in molar conductivity, simple thing is the conductance of 1 mole solute. Okay, if 1 mole of solute is dissolved in solution, V liter of solution, then the conductance is molar conductivity. Here remember this thing, conductance of 1 liter solution is conductivity and conductance of 1 mole solute is molar conductivity. So here important thing is volume, and here important thing is this number of moles. So now see, what will be the effect on, so simple will be the effect. Now see, again the volume of this box, this is 1 liter. Okay, here again 10 ions are present. So due to 10 ions there will be some conductance, that is known as molar conductivity. So not 10 moles, suppose these are 1 mole solute. In 1 mole of solute, suppose 10 ions are present. So 1 mole of solute, their conductance is molar conductivity. Now if you increase the volume from 1 liter to 2 liter, the number of moles, they will not change. Number of moles, it will be 1 mole, or we can say number of particles, these are 1, only volume is increasing, but molar conductivity, it depends on number of moles, not on volume. So volume is not important here, the important thing is number of moles. So number of moles, these are not changing. Okay, so neither number of particles are decreasing nor increasing. But here what is the factor? The factor is, since on dilution their interparticle distance, see this distance is now increasing. If you compare from this, what is the effect on distance? The distance is increasing. So due to increase in distance, the ions, they will become free, and if they are becoming free, so they will move freely into solution, and if they are moving freely, so definitely they will conduct the electricity very easily. So here number of ions are not decreasing, number of moles are not decreasing, but their interparticle space is increasing, interionic attraction is decreasing. So that's why the molar conductivity will increase. So what is the effect of dilution? Conductivity, this conductivity decreases and molar conductivity increases. This is the effect of dilution. Now see, after the effect of dilution on different conductivities, we will see the relation between conductivity and molar conductivity. So conductivity, this is denoted as kappa, and molar conductivity, this is denoted as lambda m. What? This is denoted, kappa means conductivity and molar conductivity, this one is lambda m. Okay, so what is the relation? The relation is kappa, it is equal to lambda m into 1000 divided by C, where C is the concentration, molar concentration of solution, mole per liter. So by using this formula we will try to solve some numericals. So see how. So now we will try to solve a numerical, example 3.5 in our textbook. The electrical resistance of a column, solution of column of 0.05 mole per liter NaOH length 50 cm is 5.55 into 10 power 3 ohm. Diameter 1 centimeter, and calculate its resistivity, conductivity and molar conductivity. So students, here first task is to find out the values which are given. So here see, first the resistance, it is given, and the resistance is how much? The resistance is 5.55 into 10 power 3 ohm. Second thing given is the diameter, length of the solution, it is 50 cm. The diameter is 1 centimeter. Okay, so the radius will be 0.5 centimeter. Why here we are calculating this r, radius? You know radius is half of diameter. So because here we have studied the relation between resistivity and resistance. The relation is resistance, it is equal to rho into L by A. Here we have to calculate rho, R is given, L is given, only the thing is A, and the area is cross area is a formula of area is pi r square. So first we will calculate A. Area is equal to pi r square. The value of pi is 3.142 into the value of r 0.5 square. So if you solve this, you will find the answer 0.785 centimeter square. So now we have R, A and L. So now we can calculate first resistivity. The resistivity rho, this is equal to RA by L. So here the value of R, value of resistance is 5.55 into 10 power 3. The value of area, it is 0.785 divided by L, length is 50 cm. So if you solve it, you will find the answer that is equal to 87.135. This is the resistance, resistivity, and the unit is ohm centimeter. Now next thing is conductivity. Here see, the unit is, the unit of this this one is what? This one is ohm centimeter. Okay, so now see the conductivity. So the formula of conductivity K, it is equal to 1 by rho, and the value of rho we have calculated, that is 1 by, the value of rho is 87.135. So 1 by resistivity, that is conductivity. If you solve it, you will find the answer that is equal to 0.01148 Siemens centimeter inverse. After that, the molar conductivity. So the formula of molar conductivity, so the relation between molar conductivity and conductivity, it is molar conductivity lambda m, that is equal to conductivity kappa into 1000 divided by concentration C. So the concentration of the solution, it is given in our question, and this value is given here 0.05. So here what's the formula of this lambda m? This formula is what? Kappa into 1000 divided by C. So here now put the values of kappa and C, then you solve it. So you will find the answer that is 229.6 Siemens centimeter square mole inverse. So this is the answer. In this way we will solve this numerical. Now next, see what is next. Now see example 3.4. Resistance of a conductivity cell filled with 0.1 mole per liter KCl solution is 100 ohm. If the resistance of the same cell when filled with 0.02 mole per liter KCl solution is 520 ohm, calculate the conductivity and molar conductivity of 0.02 mole per liter KCl solution. The conductivity of 0.1 1 mole per liter KCl solution is this one. So in this question, students, first find the given things, means which values are given. So here the given things are, first here we have two types of solution. First for 0.1 mole per liter KCl solution, and second is 0.2 mole KCl solution. Here you can see first is this one, 0.1 mole per liter KCl solution, and second time is 0.02 mole per liter KCl solution. So what will we do? We'll solve this one. How? So for 0.1 mole per liter KCl solution, the given things are resistance, it is equal to 100 ohm, conductivity it is 1.29 Siemens meter inverse, and concentration is 0.1 mole per liter. For 0.02 mole per liter KCl solution, concentration is 0.02 mole per liter, resistance it is given 520 ohm, and kappa and molar conductivity we have to calculate. So in such conditions, when the two solutions are given, so first thing is we have to find the value of cell constant, because how can we calculate kappa? Kappa it is equal to cell constant. Okay, so by using cell constant we will calculate kappa. So see here how. For 0.1 mole per liter KCl solution, first the relation between conductivity and cell constant is, cell constant, which is denoted as G star, it is equal to kappa into R, conductivity into resistance. So the conductivity it is given in question 1.29 Siemens per meter, and the resistance it is given 100. So if we solve this, we will find the value 129 meter inverse. Why 129 meter inverse? Because if you see their units, 1.29, this one is Siemens per meter, means this one. Okay, and resistance, so resistance, unit of resistance is ohm. And what is Siemens? Siemens means, Siemens it is equal to ohm inverse. So from ohm inverse cancel, now remaining thing is only meter inverse. So the value of the unit of the cell constant is meter inverse. So from here, when we calculate the cell constant, now we will use second solution. So for 0.02 mole per liter solution, again we will write the formula, cell constant G star it is equal to K into R. So kappa it is equal to cell constant by R. Value of cell constant it is 129 divided by value of R it is 520. So this will be 0.248 Siemens meter inverse. 129 its unit is what? Meter inverse. This is a unit of what? Cell constant. And the unit of R, so the unit of R is ohm. So the unit of R is ohm, it means this will be ohm inverse and meter inverse. So ohm inverse it is equal to Siemens, and this will be meter inverse. So the unit of this conductivity, this unit is Siemens meter inverse. Now see, when we calculate kappa, conductivity, so now our task is easy. Now we can calculate the different types of conductivities. So conductivity it is calculated. Now the relation, now we are going to calculate the molar conductivity. So the relation between conductivity and molar conductivity, this is kappa into 1000 divided by C. So molar conductivity, lambda m, it is equal to what? Kappa into 1000 divided by C. This is the relation between this is equal to lambda m. So this is the relation between molar conductivity and conductivity. So we will put the value of conductivity, that is 0.248 into 10 to the power minus 2 Siemens centimeter inverse. Here we have converted only this meter inverse into centimeter inverse. So we will multiply 10 power minus 2. So now 124 Siemens centimeter square mole inverse. So in this way we will use the cell constant. Cell constant is what? Cell constant it is equal to, we have discussed about cell constant in my previous we have studied about cell constant. Cell constant G star it is equal to K into R. So here by using cell constant we will calculate this. So next the term is limiting molar conductivity. So what is limiting molar conductivity? See, first suppose this is a particular volume of a solution. In this solution two ions are present, one is positive ion, second is negative ion. So what is molar conductivity? Molar conductivity, this is a conductance of 1 mole of solute. So here suppose these two ions, one is cation, one is anion. So if we join this, then they form an electrolyte. So number of moles of electrolyte is 1. So now see, in place of 1 mole of electrolyte I am saying 1 molecule. So 1 molecule of electrolyte means 1 cation, 1 anion. They have fixed volume. Now if we increase the volume from 1 liter to 2 liter, so definitely their distance will increase, and if their distance is increasing, it means their interparticle attraction, it will decrease. And if the interparticle attraction, it is decreasing, okay, interparticle attraction is decreasing, so in that case the ions, they will become free to move anywhere. Again add some more amount of solvent, so their interparticle distance, it will again increase, so their attraction will decrease. Now they are becoming more free to conduct electricity. And after a particular dilution means, now if we have added some amount of water, see, now there is no attraction between these two, because the attraction here, attraction was strong, it becomes weaker, it becomes weakest. So here suppose the attraction, it become 0. So now if you add some more amount of solvent, then there will be no effect on attraction, because here the attraction was already 0. So 0 means if they are moving away from each other, so there will be no effect. So it means they are 100% free. They are 100% free to conduct electricity. So if they are 100% free means they will give their best, their 100%. So now you can't increase the molar conductivity, because molar conductivity, it was increasing because of decrease in interparticle attraction. So first interparticle attraction, it was 100, after some time it becomes 90, 80. So in this way the attraction was decreasing. So if an attraction was decreasing, molar conductivity was increasing. But if the attraction is 0, so now there will be no effect on molar conductivity. So the molar conductivity, it is maximum. Okay, now if you add some more amount of solvent, then there will be no effect. So the molar conductivity, now here I am going to define molar conductivity. The molar conductivity at infinite dilution, because we don't know how much volume of solvent we should add to minimize the interparticle attraction. So the molar conductivity at infinite dilution means when the attraction is 0. So molar conductivity at infinite dilution is called limiting molar conductivity, and that limiting molar conductivity is denoted as lambda naught m. Okay, so this is limiting molar conductivity. We will discuss about this limiting molar conductivity in next video, okay, when we will study about Kohlraasch law.